Hi, welcome to another episode of the Silver Screen Show. Today, Abu is going to be reviewing Midsommar.
Yes, I'm gonna
Not
try.
spelt like Midsommar.
I'm gonna try and decrypt this film. So, Midsommar.
Right, we're in for the long haul.
It's a long haul. So, Midsommar is directed by Ari Aster. He directed Hereditary last year. Yeah, so it's got quite a big cult following now in the film industry. So there's a lot of hype on this film. So Midsommar, as you can tell from the name, is based on a midsummer fete or village festival tradition. It follows
Midsommar Murders.
Midsommar Murders. So it follows Florence Pugh playing Danny. So she's like this. She's like this person. She's a person.
She's a person.
She's a person. So she's a young lady living in the Americas, and she's going through a bit of trauma in her life. So at the start of the film, there's a murder, suicide. It's pretty dark. Her sister and her parents end up killing themselves. So she's dealing. It's very dark right off the bat.
It's
That happens
dark,
off the bat.
super
So I'm
quick.
not even gonna say any spoilers. But yeah, it happens straight away. So she's trying to deal with this in her life.
Yeah.
She's struggling a lot. And she kind of tags along with her boyfriend and his mate. So I'm gonna go to Sweden to observe this event that happens out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Anthropology students, so they're trying to go there and do it for their thesis. And he's like, yo, she kind of gets worms her way into it because he's kind of feeling bad. She's kind
This
of
is like quintessential thriller setup, isn't
yeah,
it?
it's
Really?
not going to end up well.
No.
So they end up going to Sweden and they observe this nice little village in the middle of nowhere. It seems all innocent and fun before things get dark, obviously.
It gets darker
It gets
than the
ve-
murder-suicide.
Oh yeah, the murder suicide's kind of jolly compared to what I
that's
see.
vanilla.
Yeah. So, I mean, the film itself, because so much happens, I kind of have to split it into two. I think the first half of the film is really well done. It's really intriguing, it's really captivating, it's eerie. You don't know what the hell's happening here. Like half the time they were high on whatever the hell, they're mushrooms and pot. So it kind of gives it this weird edge to the film. I'm not really sure what they're seeing. So she goes out there with her mates and she meets a couple of other people from London out there. And it's just observing this culture. It all seems a bit weird, but at the same time, we'll respect it. But you can tell there are things happening. And the film kind of builds up slowly and slowly to this one point. Like there's this festival that's gonna happen. There's two people, and you kind of like, something's gonna happen, and you don't know what. And like the film hints very well. Like the guy's like, one of the guys, like the smug, he's like a smug academic type. Oh yeah, I know what's gonna happen, but I'm not gonna tell you guys.
Yeah.
So it's
I
kind of,
hold all the
yeah, it's actually smug. I know what this random Swedish thing is. So yeah, that happens and builds up really well. And when it happens, when this event happens, I can't even tell you what it is because it's so messed up. I can't even describe it.
I can't say it on
You
camera.
just have to watch it. But it happens. It's really shocking. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And the guy doesn't cut. I mean, respect to the guy. He does not cut away. You see this like, okay, thanks guys.
Well, I guess they sort of did a similar thing in Hereditary.
Yeah,
It
with
was
the-
very, yeah.
Yeah. So
It's not gonna save you from anything.
So up until that, I think that part of the film is really great. I loved it. I think it's just, I mean, it's not really in your face horror. It's just weirdness, uncomfortableness, and
Building
unease.
suspense.
Yeah, like everyone's all smiling and happy and dancing. You know, what the fuck?
Yeah,
It's like,
like, these people are weird.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Florence Pugh, she's amazing in this film. Like, she really carries this one, like the emotion she puts in and the freaking like, because she's playing a really conflicted character, and she's lost a lot of
Very
stuff.
troubled.
And now she kind of wants acceptance, and her boyfriend's kind of like a douche.
No two ways about it.
Yeah, no two ways about it. So he's
He's
kind of like,
nice.
do I really want to be with her? So she's kind of looking for some acceptance somewhere,
Right.
and he's kind of like not giving it to her, not in that way, but he's kind of not like.
Where's your mind at?
He's kind of like not really fully committed to her, so she's
Yeah.
kind of just all over the place mentally, and she plays that off really well. Will Poulter's in it, the guy with eyebrow, I don't know what eyebrow this guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Will Poulter, I love
Yeah,
him.
he's good. He's like the comic relief in the character, so he's kind of like.
I like
He's just there
his
to go-
comedy is good.
Yeah, he's
I
just
like
there
it.
to go to Sweden and fornicate with they
Swedish-
try
hot Swedish girls,
hot
yeah.
Swedish girls. Yeah, that's his angle.
Those are the only kind of girls in Sweden.
They're all hot Swedish
Yeah.
girls, but yeah, so he's in it as well. He's pretty good. He's just
I
like,
like him.
yeah, he's always like.
I'll watch it for him.
He's just like always like what huh? It's like
What's going on?
exactly. So that's Florence Pugh is great. He's great. The film builds up, but I think it does start to, in my opinion, it kind of falls apart towards the final third. Like it just gets a bit too trippy. I'm like, what the hell is happening here?
Yeah, see, that happened to me in Hereditary. It got to the end and I went, no, I'm not on board with this.
I honestly think they could have cut a good 20 minutes. It's 2 and a bit hours, I think. It's 140 minutes or something like that. I think they could have easily cut off 20 minutes from the end and made it a lot more concise. Because obviously half the film's building up. But once shit starts happening, it's just like none of the players, none of the characters actually act like humans would do in this situation. Apart, the only two that do act like that are the two the British guys. Like, well, they're like straight like, what the fuck? Literally, like, what the fuck's happening? Yeah, we're out of here, we're gone.
Calling it as we see it, we're out.
The rest of them are really weird. They're like, they start arguing stuff about like, they hear, oh, I'm gonna do my thesis on this. I'm like, bro, you just not see what happened. Like, why are you guys arguing about your thesis right now? Like, anyone else would be like, yo, we're out of here. Let's get in the car. We'll just get out. This is
because
clearly.
Nothing is more important than academics.
And like the guy, the boyfriend guy, he's not really. Well, he doesn't really care about the academics that much. Like the guy who is, he's like, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna record. I'm fair enough. That's your agenda. The other guy's like, he just kind of tags along to it.
Right.
And then it's like there's this weird conflict they have between who's gonna do the thesis. I'm like.
There's no point in you being
This
here.
is pretty much like, you know, this is like some sort of weird death cult. You can tell what's gonna happen here.
Yeah.
It's like it's telegraphed pretty well. This is a normal village, and it's acting like it's nothing. I'm like, yo, like, you guys are even gonna? They don't even at any point think about escaping, which is a bit weird. Not even one of them mentions, yo, let's just bail. Let's just get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we can't be here.
Even when people start disappearing, it's obvious what's happening. They're still just hanging around. I'm like, okay.
Dumbest smart people.
Yeah, the only smart people are the British couple. They're like, woke. They're like, straight away.
Woke AF.
They're like, we're gone, we're gonna need this. They're constantly like causing hassle in the village, getting angry. So that's one thing, and also it gets hilariously funny at the end. I'm not sure what the angle was.
Is it supposed to be funny?
There's dark humor, then there's just plain out, just dumb.
Yeah.
And this was going eerily into just hilarious part of it, and like it's marketed as like a dark horror drama.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a bit of dark humor in it, which is okay, but this really leans into
dumb shit.
Yeah, like the audience are laughing. I'm like, this isn't the right laughter. You want uncomfortable laugh. Like, okay, that's funny, I guess, and kind of laugh as a defense thing. But this one is just yeah, exactly. But this, I mean, there is literally one point in the film where I can't even. It's messed up.
Too many spoilers.
So much happens. It's everything. But
everything.
It could be done in a way where, you know what? Even okay, I get it. It's weird. It's uncomfortable. I'm gonna laugh a bit, but. He films in such a way that you just end up laughing at it all the time.
I think that happened to me when I went to see Mother. I was laughing and I was like, I shouldn't be laughing.
You shouldn't be laughing. And everyone in the audience were laughing, and I'm like, is this what you wanted? Because it doesn't feel like a horror anymore.
Yeah.
It just feels some weird, trippy.
That breaks
it
the
really
whole
does.
feel of the film. Like you said, it does break down.
I think the final 20 minutes, it develops some sort. It feels like the Wicker Man at the end. It's just. I mean, oh god, I don't.
We're running so many comparisons right now.
And like at the end, like they constantly zoom into the guy's face, and he just looks like that.
It does that in Hereditary as well. There's always like this zoom in on his like big face.
Yeah, and everyone's laughs when his face comes on because he just looks clueless. I'm like, what is happening here? It really derails. So I think it opens really well, like the
Strong
mystery,
start.
the intrigue, what's happening. Like there is a scene, you know, like the turning point of the film.
Yeah.
Like it's all done excellent.
Execution is
It's
well
amazing up
off,
until then, but I think once it starts becoming a bit more generic. I mean, like people die, people go missing, and there's an evil agenda to solve things. Kind of falls apart a bit.
And you have the normal stupid horror people.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't watch horror.
I
And
mean,
it's like, all of this weird horrific stuff is happening. And we're just gonna stick around.
I mean, there are a fair few nice plot details in there which kind of pays off. Like when you look back on it, okay, it was a nice touch, but like it's the ending that you remember, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you don't execute the landing properly, you kind of like what that feels. So that's why to me, I think this film is free. It's just slap bang in the middle. I think it starts off really well, but at the end of it just gets so weird. I mean, if you might like it, you might not, but if you don't like it, you're just gonna feel a bit like, what were you? Like, apparently, this is to do with his breakup. I'm like, bro.
Who do you recommend it to?
I think you need to watch it just to like.
Just to see.
Yeah, just to see, because I can't really.
The clusterfuck.
I can't say anything because it'll ruin it. So I think if you don't mind these uncomfortable horror movies, then go ahead and watch it. I mean, it's like Hereditary. It's intriguing.
Yeah.
Like, it's got a nice concept, and you see stuff you don't really see in other horror films. But like I said, it feels like it just drags on a bit too long, and it kind of drifts off into ridiculousness instead of like dark, you know. So
yeah. So go see Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. And this film might put your seat in as well. So bye bye IKEA, man. No more IKEA furniture in my house.
No more furniture.
So yeah, it's overall. You might like it, you might not. I don't know. I think you just have to go see it. I think it's such a subjective film. It's down to your opinion. You may like this weird crap.
Well, definitely a conversation starter.
It really is, yeah. I mean, if you put, have you seen Midsommar? Yeah, I have.
Have you seen that shit?
Yeah. So yeah, that's that.
Thank you.
Bye.